Hi everyone, welcome to Craft. In this video, we're gonna solve a problem which I encountered not long ago. You remember this resin pour I was doing? I made forever pistachios using fabric dye as a colorant, and I tested the fabric dyes. Now, the fabric dyes worked great. The only problem I had that the silicone literally fused, the mold literally fused to my epoxy. But not everywhere, just in some areas. And I didn't know why. Now, in the comment section, many of you came to help me, because this is what Craft community is about. It's like I drop a problem and you come up with a solution, or you drop a problem and I come up with a solution, or we help each other out in the comment section. So, yeah, that's Craft. Anyway, I digress. I didn't want to throw these out because I have like 20 of these, and I try to use different chemicals, different processes to remove the silicone from this. But when I worked with two-stroke motors when I was a kid, I couldn't afford to buy a proper motorbike for myself. So I bought myself a shitty two-stroke Italian bike, and I learned about carburetors the hard way, because I cleaned the carburetor and I put it back together with bathroom silicone, of all things. And I went about 150 meters with it, and petrol was just pouring everywhere from it. It was pissing all over the bike. So that was the point when I learned that gasoline dissolves silicone. Now, but that silicone is what you use in the bathtubs, not silicone molds. So I tried to use mineral spirits, didn't work. I tried to use alcohol, it didn't work. I tried to use brush cleaner, it didn't work. Anyway, I went across a lot of things, and this morning I bought this thing. Now, it's in Greek, and I barely able to read Greek, and I don't really speak the language that well, but it says benzini, or benzina. What I was able to deduct, that this is a kind of petrol or benzene, or I don't know how you say it in English, gasoline, what you use to clean wounds. It's like medical benzene, or clean glue, or things like that. It's a solvent, and it smells exactly like, it's empty, that's why I'm putting it to my nose. It smells exactly like Zippo lighter fluid. So, and I was able to deduct from that, then it probably is naphtha. Naphtha is a flammable spirit made in the crude oil factories, or crude oil. Not cruel. Oil is not cruel. Oil is very... So sorry. English is not my first language, so not in the cruel oil factories, in the crude oil factories. Anyway, fuck it, we go with it. So it's made in the crude oil factories, and I put it in a pickle jar, and as you can see, I put a bunch of my forever pistachios in this pickle jar about 4 hours ago, and I labeled it benzene very nicely because it's a pickle jar, so I had to write it on it in German. Completely logical. So yeah, and it's really elusive. It evaporates very quickly. So I first put it in a clay pot, and not a clay pot, but ceramic bowl. That's the word. I'm sorry, I'm dehydrated. Sorry, I need to drink. I start to mix up words if I don't drink enough. It happens. I'm so sorry about that. Anyway, so I put it in the ceramic bowl with that, and it evaporated in mere seconds. So I had to find an old pickle jar and show it in the pickle jar. So opened it. Smells funny. So on a first inspection, I can see that the silicone is coming off, coming apart. It actually got swollen and comes off in pieces. And this was just touched by the fumes. So I have to put this back. Oh boy. Don't know if you can see it, but I can literally scrape it off with my fingernail. Like so. And the more it dries, the more rigid it becomes. So yeah, so the longer it's out from the liquid, the harder it is to scrape off, and now I'm back to normal. I'm back to hard scraping. So according to, or based on the experiment, it turns out that it comes off really easy when it's just out of the liquid. But once the liquid completely evaporates from it, it becomes hard to remove again. So I would keep this in a liquid for a while, okay? And then scrape some of it off, like so, as much as I can. I need to put the lid back on, because I only have this half a liter for now. Okay, so it scrapes off really nice. Look, it cleaned up really well. I really hope the camera picks it up. So it cleaned up really nice, and it didn't leave residue, and it didn't discolor the resin whatsoever, didn't change the color, opacity. This is bone dry now. I think I found the solution. So if you have a fused epoxy work which fused to the silicone tray or the silicone mold, use this naphtha or lighter fluid or petrol. But lighter fluid doesn't react to the epoxy. So far so good. Try to remove. Okay, so I took it out a few minutes ago and it doesn't want to come off. Not anymore. So I would dab a cloth with the petrol or benzene and start scraping and keep it moist or dabbed. The only problem is it evaporates extremely fast. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put each of them back in the jar, like so. Luckily, I'm not into anime. If you know, you know, I'm sorry. God, sometimes I'm just so happy that the people who watch me are over 50. You didn't miss anything from the internet, trust me. Anyway, yeah, so I'm gonna keep it in the jar. I'm gonna take one out once in a while, scrape it off a little, put it back, and eventually it will clean off. And I managed to save my entire project. So that's it really for this video. I just wanted to share this idea with you or share this data with you. If you want to support me and the shit I do here, you can buy me a coffee on buymeacoffee.com, or you can buy some art from my web shop. I have spray paint arts for supporters for $15 a piece, and you get something in the mail, or buy pistachios, or yeah, you know, whatever. Go on my web shop if you want to support me, or if you don't want to spend money, that's totally fine too. Like, share, subscribe, and comment under the video, and we're gonna appease the machine god, and other people can see my shit. Yeah, thanks again for being here. Thanks again for joining me in this short little experiment, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.